Hey guys, welcome to our very first Let's Talk About It weekly recap. I would like to, once a week, put out a video for you guys, just kind of going over a little bit of the drama or whatever's happening currently in our corner of YouTube over here. And not just cover Chantal, but, you know, whatever I've come across that, you know, I have some thoughts on. I do apologize if I sound a little scratchy right now. I think I might be coming down with something. But I did want to get this video out and so I can get into a good rotation with them and not be too far behind on what is currently happening in our little universe over here. So today I did want to talk about, obviously, I'm going to throw some info on Chantal, some of my thoughts, and then also PEETZ. I want to discuss a few things about him. We're also going to do a quick check-in with Amberlynn Reed. I have not followed her as much lately as I used to, but there's some stuff happening there that I wanted to talk about. And then something that I was not quite sure who wanted to talk about it. If you don't want to talk about it, you don't want to hear about it, you don't have to. And that is Young Dumb Honey Bun, aka Sarah. I had some thoughts on some stuff that's happening there. So, but let's just dive right into, we'll get Chantal out of the way and then we'll talk about some other stuff. So obviously, if you guys follow my channel, you watch my channel regularly, you're pretty much caught up on Chantal. She is back in Kuwait. She is back with her man, her husband, as she likes to say. And since being back in Kuwait, you know, she's done all the fun, exciting things that she did the first time around. They're driving around, showing us buildings, eating, you know, the usual. One thing that she has done a lot of is raging on her community tab post. Quite a lot. And I do mean a lot. And novels length rages on her community tab post. And then, of course, she deletes them and it's forgotten. You know, it's gone, it's deleted, it never happened. And in true Chantal form, she puts then a community post up that she is taking a break from YouTube because we all know that's never going to happen. But, you know, she wouldn't be Chantal if she didn't put out that community tab post that she is going to take a break only to come back a short time later and live stream again. And of course she had posted a video of how a chicken gets slaughtered. Now, I don't know about you, but me personally, I don't need to watch it. I didn't watch it. I don't want to watch it. Yes, I eat meat. I know how we get our meat, but that does not mean that I want to see it. Chantal has then decided to, I don't know, stick up for the fact that she put that video up, you know, justify it. And so that's basically what she did in this live stream. She came on and talked about that's just the way that it is there, and she wanted to show it. She thought it'd be an interesting video to show to her viewers. Your viewers don't come to your channel to watch chickens being slaughtered. But, okay. That is completely, I think personally she did it more for like a shock value and she wanted to get people talking, get the views in and make the money for it. But that's just my opinion, you know. So yeah, her live stream was basically just justifying her chicken video, and Sala sitting there checking himself out in the camera and pinching her cheeks and calling her cute for almost 3 hours.
Tell a story.
You are so cute, so cute, so cute. You know that?
Really?
Yeah.
You tell me every day. You always grab my cheeks. I love it.
So you didn't really miss much there. But if you want to see it, I do have the recap up on my channel. So you can check that out if you want to. So let's move on to PEETZ. I don't follow PEETZ regularly. I catch snippets here and there on Twitter and some on YouTube. So I didn't actually see this video or know this had happened until after the fact. And PEETZ basically wanted to sign up for a dating service, and he did this on a live stream, and he basically doxed himself. His number was out there, and he got phone calls from a viewer on his live stream. Well, as you can imagine, he was not happy about that. And this was his rant, his rage about what had happened. And I want to thank Malarkey Meter for catching this. I did take this clip from their video that they put up, and I will link that full video down below so you can check that out. But thanks very much for catching this. So this was his response to him doxing himself and getting a phone call from a viewer.
Who is this? Fuck off. Fuck off, fuck off, fuck off, fuck off, fuck off. Alright? Do not. Do fucking not. Call me or text me or fucking anything. You leave me the fuck alone on my phone, alright?
Now, of course, PEETZ did learn something from Chantal if he did not learn to not put his personal information out there. He did learn that if you don't want to deal with it, you just turn your comments off. Which he did. He then shut his comments off. We've seen PEETZ rage in the past. We've seen him lose his shit over the stupidest thing. So I feel like maybe it might be the best thing for him to maybe just take a step away from YouTube for a bit, because clearly he cannot handle certain situations and what people say without completely losing his shit. And I myself laughed watching this thing. I was cracking up because PEETZ is not intimidating at all. But you can tell clearly that he's not level-headed enough to deal with certain things in life. So, all right. So next up we have Amberlynn Reed. Now, I don't know who still keeps up with her. I watched her a long time ago before I started watching Chantal. Amberlynn Reed is actually how I found out about Chantal, but she is wanting to get weight loss surgery, which I think is fantastic. But she had put out a video saying that, you know, she was seeing a dietitian and a therapist, and they recommended for her basically to work on herself and for a year and then get the surgery. She's not... I feel like when I watch that video, I feel like she doesn't want to wait. And she says as well that she doesn't really want to wait, you know, that she wants to talk to the surgeon herself, which is perfectly fine. You can talk to the surgeon, you can ask your questions, but they are not going to, no dietitian or therapist is going to recommend you for weight loss surgery to a surgeon if you are not putting in the work. And that's what they want to see. They want to see that you're committed. They want to see that you're willing to work on it, you know, that you are actively working on it, that you're losing weight, because having weight loss surgery, and if you're not fully committed and you're not wanting to change, you're not wanting to do what you have to do to get through that surgery and afterwards, you could wind up really hurting yourself. So this is what she says on it. So here's a short clip of her, you know, why she wants to have a date set for the surgery.
I wish I could talk to the surgeon, of course, one-on-one, because it is a lot of like telephone and like through the grapevine type thing. And I would love to talk to the surgeon one-on-one. I understand I can't right now. The surgeon is very popular. There's just a way that they do things, and I understand that. So I think after, you know, she talks to the surgeon and communicates to me what the surgeon thinks should happen, I think I'll have a clearer answer. And I think what would be really helpful to me, and I don't know if this is like because I have that obsessive side of me, like I was diagnosed with OCPD, which is obsessive compulsive personality disorder. I was diagnosed with that like 5 years ago, and it was just like a couple years ago I was diagnosed with actual OCD. You can have both. So I don't know if it's one of these, but it's like I feel like I need to have my surgery date scheduled. Even if it is a year from now or 10 months from now, I want to know the date, because for some reason it's like I know I'm working towards something big and something amazing and something life-changing, but I feel like if I have that exact date, then it's like I could touch it, I could feel it, I know it's there. I don't know if that's like part of my OCPD, but I just feel like I need it scheduled. And it's like, obviously if I don't meet requirements and I don't do what they tell me to do, etc., then the surgery is going to be canceled.
So yeah, my thoughts on that are very, very, very simple. You need to listen to your dietitian. You need to listen to your therapist. I know you may want it right now. It has to happen. You want that date. She says even if she had the date in a year from now, that she'd be fine with that. I don't think she would. I think she thinks because she's paying for it, she should be able to get it when she wants. And I think that's very dangerous, considering if you've been watching Amberlynn, you've seen her, you know that she's not committed to weight loss like she should be. And having weight loss surgery is not like it's not like signing up for Weight Watchers or Jenny Craig or the various other programs. They want to know that you're committed. They want to know that you're willing to make the change. They want to know that you're actively working on your issues before they schedule a date for you. And until they see that, there's not going to be a date that's going to be scheduled. That's just the way that it is. And hopefully she can take this year and put in the work, put in the effort, and then I hope that she does get the weight loss surgery, because that would be fantastic. I would be so happy for her, you know. I have my doubts that it'll actually work out for her, but we'll see. So the last on my list today is Young Dumb Honey Bun, aka Sarah. She has, in the meantime, actually changed her channel name to The Unpopular Opinion with Sarah, which in my personal opinion, is more fitting. Now I used to watch Sarah off and on when I started following Amberlynn and Chantal, you know, more Amberlynn because she would do reactions on her, and I would click in every now and then. I haven't really watched much of her in probably like a year. I would still get, you know, notifications and everything that would pop up, but once I started doing my own Chantal content, I kind of didn't really watch too many other reaction channels, because I was watching enough of it on my own. But she has now put out a video that she is leaving the left. She titled, "I'm leaving the left." And I'm not going to get into a big political discussion or talk about politics, because that just always is a mess, and that's not what I want this video to be about. I just want to talk about, there were a few things that she said in the video that kind of, you know, like what kind of made me roll my eyes a little bit. And so here's the first thing that she says that had me scratching my head a little bit.
Here's a little story beginning to right now of how I grew up very left-leaning, not understanding anything about politics and not particularly being involved in politics at all, to now at 25 still not being involved in politics, still not associating myself with one particular group. However, I have made the decision to present as far away from the left as almost humanly possible.
Okay, so she says that she has not followed politics. She still does not follow politics currently, but she wants to, you know, get as far away from the left as she can. Now, you can be left or right. I mean, it's everyone's personal choice which type of politics they want to involve themselves with. Fine. But if you're not following politics and you have never followed politics, and I'm not talking about TikTok politics because I mean actual real politics, you know, you follow debates and stuff like that. How do you know which way you're leaning? You know, I mean, and I feel like a lot of the stuff that she brings up in this video is very like extreme views on certain things. So for me, it was just when she said that, I'm like, okay, well, how are you going to make an informed decision if you're not actively following what's going on? You know, who's saying what? But so for me, that was kind of like, okay, well, so that kind of set the whole tone for the rest of the video. And I couldn't even finish the whole video because it was just very, I was speechless most of the time. So she then later also talks about feminism and equality and etc. and goes on to say that she has never felt depressed and she has never missed out on opportunities based on the fact she's a woman, blah, blah, blah. So, and a lot of people, she got quite a lot of negative feedback about that on her video, which I understand because, well, yes, Sarah, that's great. If you have not faced any inequality or anything like that, that's great for you. Fantastic. But that doesn't mean that there are plenty of other women out there in the world that have those issues, that face that kind of shit all the time. Like I said, the whole thing was just a mess. And it was not, it didn't do her any favors. And like I said, politics is always a messy subject. You know, my dad always told me never discuss religion or politics with people because it's, you know, you can have your beliefs, you can have your values, your, you know, whatever. You can have your opinions. That doesn't mean that everybody else is going to agree with you, you know, and that's fine. But you really should consider your sources of what you're putting out there. And if you're going to come online to make a political statement of, I don't know, a political statement in some way, you may not want to open it with, you don't follow politics, you haven't followed politics then, and you don't follow politics now. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm going to say on that. We're going to leave that alone. So that's just all I wanted to talk about in this video. Just a few things that, you know, kind of had me scratching my head, rolling my eyes. Alright, so guys, that is going to be it for today. My throat is actually starting to really hurt, so I'm going to hop off and go take some medicine. I appreciate you guys stopping by and checking out this video. If you liked it, make sure to let me know. If you didn't like it, make sure to let me know. Also, if there's someone else that we should include in our weekly recaps, go ahead and drop that down below as well, and I will check that out. And you guys take care, and I will talk to you next time.